Did you know the width of Sydney, Australia spans over 70 kilometers and is 14 kilometers wider than New York City? That's a difference of about 9 miles. Sydney is the capital of New South Wales and the most populous city in Australia. It's located on the east coast of the country and is home to a population of over 5 million people. You'll find everything from the glamorous cruises on the harbour, the Powerhouse Museum, the captivating Sea Life Aquarium, and everything in between to keep you entertained. Sydney is such a special city, and we're going to show you why it's favored by so many people from all over the world. One of the most spectacular architectural designs in the world resides in Sydney. You have most likely seen it in travel guides, postcards, movies, and television. The Sydney Opera House is an international landmark and the established face of Sydney to people from all over the world. The initial design seemed destined for failure. However, the project was saved by a group of local architects who stepped in to carry through its seemingly impossible completion in 1973. Today, the Opera House is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Sydney and brings in more than $700 million each year. Book a cruise that will taxi you through the harbour, giving you absolutely stunning views of Sydney's skyline, and drop you off at the Opera House. While you're there, you can book a tour and see the amazing architecture for yourself, while learning about its history. And be sure to catch a show, or make reservations at Bennelong for some fine dining and a beautiful view of the harbour. And don't forget that the cruises out of Sydney are some of the best in the world, with destinations that range from New Caledonia to New Zealand and Fiji, and even destinations as far as Honolulu and Tahiti. And cruises are offered all year long, however the busiest cruise season is between October and April. It can get particularly hot during the winter season between December and February, reaching temperatures of 30 degrees Celsius, which is about 86 degrees Fahrenheit, so bring some sunscreen. After you leave the Opera House, you don't have far to go before you are walking through one of the most iconic parks in all of Australia, the Royal Botanic Garden. See why so many people come here to enjoy the beauty of nature and admire the mixture of themed gardens with exotic plants that are native to Australia. There are a host of paths with plenty of places to stop and enjoy your stay. This is the perfect place to take a walk or have a picnic with good company. And if you're curious about the different kinds of plants around you, download the Gardens app, and it will give you all the information you need about the plants that surround you and help enhance your experience. And you won't be able to help but notice the Harbour Bridge that spans 503 meters across the water of the harbour. That's equal to 640 feet. It was nicknamed the coat hanger by local citizens, and it's the largest steel arch bridge in the world. And if you want a 300-meter bird's-eye view, the Sydney Eye stands almost 1,000 feet above Sydney. This observation centre is a member of the World Federation of Great Towers and has been open to the public since 1981. Just a 30-minute trip east of the Town Hall station is Sydney's premier beach. Bondi Beach stretches just over half a mile, equal to 1 kilometre, with fine sand and beautiful water. The close proximity to the city is a big part of what makes Bondi so popular, along with the local surrounding bars and cafes that overlook the ocean, giving you a pleasurable and unique dining experience. Become a skillful surfer with some help from a local surf school, or take a walk along the beach and enjoy the ocean scenery. And there's plenty of shopping nearby with a lot of little shops you should be sure to check out. If you're visiting Sydney in October or November, you'll be able to catch Sculpture by the Sea. This event covers just over a mile next to Bondi Beach, which is about 2 kilometers. It's a collection of some of the most unique art displays from surrounding artists, and fun for all members of the family. Another popular beach that sits north of Bondi, just across the harbour, is Manly Beach. In 1964 it was home to the world's first surfing championship, so it's another favorite destination for surfers. But it's not just for surfers, it's a popular place for families and beach walkers as well. And if you have the chance, you should take a walk through Australia's oldest park located just south of the Central Business District. Hyde Park was named after Hyde Park of London in the UK, and can be easily recognised by its famous fountains and monuments, as well as both of its gardens. Would you want to venture outside the city? Then we recommend giving yourself the opportunity to view the Blue Mountains. They reside west of Sydney, and you will recognize them by the edge of their sandstone ridges and thick lush wilderness. There are a number of places to hike and explore, and you may even find some ancient Aboriginal rock art. Or if you want to be mesmerized by underwater enchantment, head over to Darling Harbour and visit the Sydney Sea Life Aquarium. Here you will have a chance to discover an amazing underwater world and see over 700 species of aquatic life that surround Australia. It opened in 1988, and the aquarium is populated with over 13,000 individual fish, submersing you into their environment, making it a unique learning experience. Take a behind-the-scenes tour with a dedicated expert that will take you to areas of the aquarium that are usually separated from the general crowd, and share information about a variety of the observable species for a real hands-on experience. Or, if you really want an immersive, thrilling experience, you can sign up for the Shark Dive Extreme. You will be granted an opportunity to plunge directly into the shark aquarium and share the environment with a variety of species of sharks and stingrays. And all without a cage. If you're visiting Sydney between the months of May through December, you will be there during whale watching season. Whale watching season is quite long, due to the approximately 15,000 whales that swim past Sydney on a yearly basis. The winter season is between the months of June and August, and fewer whales are spotted at these times. There are a variety of ways to see the whales, and you can view them from several spots on land such as Sydney Harbour and Royal National Parks. Or if you want to have a closer encounter, you can see them from one of many whale-watching boats. You can also hop on a helicopter ride for that unobstructed aerial view. Whales can be viewed any time during the day, however bad weather can prevent you from capturing this incredible experience. And sitting along the edge of Sydney Harbour is a favorite place for family fun and games. Luna Park was built around a child's imagination. It was built in 1935 on a lot that was previously used for construction shops during the period when the Sydney Harbour Bridge was being built. You won't miss the 9-meter wide face, which spans 30 feet. It's the 8th face installment since the park opened, and it's inspired by Old King Cole from 1960. One place you will want to stop and see is the Rocks. In 1788, members of the British First Fleet established a military settlement, hospital, bakehouse and convict camp, naming it the Rocks, making it Australia's first maritime village. Today it's an incredibly popular place to shop and dine in view of the harbour. If you find yourself on Dixon Street, then you have landed in Sydney's Chinatown. It's been around since the 1920s, and today thousands of people come here to shop at the collection of unique stores, cafes and restaurants, all of which are connected by a pedestrian-only street. One place to stop is Market City. Inside, it's populated with shops and restaurants, and some don't close until 3 a.m. It also has the largest Asian supermarket in Sydney, and it only takes 15 minutes to walk if you're coming from Central Station. A great addition to add to your places to visit is Cockatoo Island. This little island sits in the Parramatta River. It began to operate as a convict penalization camp in 1839, and did so for 30 years. Today, you can tour the island and view the remaining buildings that convicts built during that time, and learn about its history, and even its participation during World War II, as a primary repair facility for ships in the Southwest Pacific. Before moving on, please subscribe, hit the like, and ring the notification bell, so you never miss our new destinations. If you venture over to the south side of Sydney Harbour, you will find Watson's Bay. It's commonly known to be the oldest fishing village in all of Australia. People will come here for the views of the bay and city skyline, particularly during the golden hour. There are plenty of trails and parks, which you can plan your day around with places to eat and visit or have a picnic. While you're there, stop and see the Hornby Lighthouse, which has been in service since 1858. It's an easy walk from Camp Cove, which takes you right by historic cannons and military installations that overlook the horizon. And before you leave, be sure to take a photo of the Gap, the beautiful large cliff and the most photogenic part of Watson's Bay. And if you like medieval architecture, St. Mary's Cathedral is a spectacle that pays its respects to designs from that era. Its sandstone construction and complex interior visuals will leave you speechless, so be sure to get photos while you're there. The Queen Victoria Building, or QVB as it is commonly known, is a historic landmark located in the heart of Sydney's central business district. Built in the late 19th century, it's a stunning example of Victorian-era architecture with grand arches, ornate carvings, and stunning stained glass windows. The building is 4 stories high, with each level featuring a different array of specialty stores, cafes, and restaurants. It's also home to a number of historical artifacts and exhibits. Visitors can take a self-guided tour to learn about the building's history and architecture, or simply wander the beautifully preserved interior. The Powerhouse Museum is a science and technology museum located in the heart of Sydney. It's operated by the New South Wales Government and is a part of the Museum of Applied Arts and Sciences Group. The museum is housed in a historic building that was once a power station, and it features a wide range of exhibits on science, technology, engineering, and design. The museum has a collection of over 500,000 objects, including artifacts from the history of science and technology, as well as contemporary and futuristic designs. The museum also hosts a number of temporary exhibitions, workshops, and events throughout the year, and has a number of interactive exhibits that allow visitors to learn about science and technology in a hands-on way. The Powerhouse Museum is a popular tourist attraction in Sydney and attracts visitors of all ages. Now you can see why Sydney is the favored destination for visitors who come from around the world to see Australia. The diverse culture, world-class restaurants, and unforgettable experiences will keep you captivated with a new love for this special city. Sydney is home to unique animals that are only native to Australia. See what makes the Serengeti so special and home to some of the world's most exotic wildlife in this next video.